Hi everyone, it's Plant Mama Tatiana, and it's finally time for a full houseplant tour. I have 100 plants in my NYC apartment and it is getting insane. But it has been over a year since I've shown you all of my houseplants. A lot has changed since then. I've accumulated a lot of plants, I've killed a lot of plants. I am about to move, so I want to catalog and show you all the houseplants as they are now. I have just moved a lot of plants around, put some out on the balcony, rearranged a bunch of things, consolidated a lot of plants ahead of the move. So I just need to show you everything as it is now, all of the plants, all of the propagations. Let's just get started. Starting in the bedroom where I have a majority of my plants, this is my variegated fern, and then I have my bromeliad neoregalia, the blushing bromeliad, and then I have this huge money tree from plants.com right by my bed, which is doing okay, losing some leaves, but it's super cute. I really love this plant. Then behind I have one of my begonias, which is not doing too well. The leaves are really curling. I don't know what to do with that one. Then I have my peace lily, and here I'll give you all a look. This is the entire side of my room, which has the majority of my plants in the east facing window. I have my spiderwort Tradescantia zebrina, which is doing so well. It's trailing really beautifully. I love the purple color. This is one of my favorite plants. And then I have the Hoya. I believe this is the Hoya Bella. No, maybe not. But this is one of the Hoyas that I got from Yoshi. I will put the name if I have it. And behind I have the philodendron micans cuttings, which you can see some roots. It's doing pretty well. Then I have the Hoya Hindu rope, which I have hooked up a little bit. It probably needs more light to be growing faster, but it's doing all right there. Then the Pilea pepermoides, which looks a little droopy. I definitely need to water it, but this one has started to grow really big. And then I think this is actually the Hoya Bella. Then I have the Cebu blue in the back. This is one of my pothos. Then the Maranta, I think this is the lemon lime. Yeah, the lemon lime Maranta, and of course the Cebu blue, which I got from Sarah. A really nice cutting, and it's doing really well. This is a Scindapsus. It's starting to grow. It was a little propagation, and it seems to be doing okay. I think that's the Exotica. Then this is a cutting of the Monstera Adansonii from my friend Doug. That is doing really well, starting to grow some new leaves, but I love this plant. It's really pretty. It's opening and unraveling new leaves, so it's doing really well now that it's in soil. Then I have the Stromanthe Triostar, and then this is a jade succulent, which is not doing great. Then I have my jewel orchid, which is from Lifeaholic. Then I have some orchids here, and my one orchid that's about to bloom. It's spiking. I'm so excited. This is the Oncidium Pacific Sunrise, and oh my gosh, it's starting to get flowers, or at least spikes before flowers will come. I'm really excited to see how this will look. That again is from Yoshi from Orchids by the Lake. And then I have my alocasia friedeck with some beautiful leaves. This is again from Sarah. So many wonderful plant friends have gotten me so many wonderful plants in my collection. This is the Hoya Shepherdi, also from Plants and Other Things. This is my Coleus, which is doing super well. I love the pink undertones on the leaves. I love the lime green leaves and the curliness. It's grown so much. I'm really, really proud of this plant. Then I have my fiddle leaf fig propagation, which one of the leaves is starting to look kind of bad, but I'm hoping I will get new growth soon, hoping that it will do okay. So those are those two leaves on the fiddle leaf fig. And then I have my string of dolphins, which is doing horribly. It's really not doing well. It's losing a lot of leaves. I think I was underwatering it because I was so scared of overwatering it, and I think that's why I lost a lot of leaves, but hoping that it will come back. I took some cuttings from it, so I'm going to propagate those in case the entire plant goes. This is the gorgeous Scindapsus trubii moonlight, which I just got from the wonderful Plantine Charlene, who gifted me this plant, and it's so beautiful. Behind I have my jade, which has some pest or something. It's not doing that great. I am kind of ignoring it back there. This is basically all of the plants I have piled onto my dresser, so it's a lot of them. Hanging up here in the corner is my aloe vera, which probably doesn't get enough sunlight, but I really ran out of table space for it. Then I have the zigzag plant here, which it looks so cute hanging down. I really like this plant. Then I have my bromeliad air plant, which is doing really nicely now that it has more sunlight. It's got that pink coloration. I have this hoya here, I think it's a hoya carnosa, which is starting to trail and stretch and grow all over the place, which I really love. It's starting to grow up that bromeliad, which is really cute. I don't want to correct it. And here is a look at the plants hanging in my window. So I have this beautiful begonia, but let me look down here first. So this is a hoya that I'm propagating. Then I have a burrow's tail in the back corner, succulent that is growing pretty well. My anthurium propagation, this croton plant, which is so fun and speckly. This is the ZZ propagation, which actually has a little new growth on it. I'm really excited about it. Finally, it was just one leaf for so long. So that ZZ plant. Then this beautiful begonia, also a propagation. I have this ficus elastica in this cute little face planter, but it's doing really well. It has a lot of new leaf and I love it. It's the ficus elastica ruby, so that's growing really nicely right by the window. Then I have the shamrock plant doing really nicely, the oxalis triangularis. This is a philodendron Birkin, which is not giving me any variegation at all, so it's kind of disappointing. Then I have the peperomia in the background, which I got kind of recently, doing really nicely. This is another bromeliad, the paprika neoregalia, and this is another neoregalia air plant as well. So they're growing side by side, and they seem to be doing really well. This is my mother of thousands plant. So many babies. It has dropped babies like crazy. Does anyone want to buy some of these babies or just receive them as a gift? Because I just have too many of them. I need to give them out. And then this is my calocasia mojito, which I love the leaves on this. It is kind of struggling a little bit. It will lose a leaf and then grow one and then lose the leaf, so there's one coming. Then this is that panda succulent. I always forget exactly what it's called, but it's so fuzzy and cute. It's gotten really big. Then this is a sansevieria plant. This is a string of whatever they're called, string of bananas. Yes, it's doing okay, not my favorite right now. Then I have another Scindapsus here, or the satin/silver pothos, which is doing pretty well. This was also a propagation and it is starting to trail, so it's really pretty. This, of course, is my begonia moonlight, which is doing super well. I just showed this to you all. I love the leaves. It's growing so nicely. It loves the light in my east-facing window. And of course, my string of turtles. I showed you how proud of this one I was as well. Then these are those string of dolphins cuttings, which I just took. Then this is the polka dot begonia, begonia maculata, which also loves this morning east light, or eastern facing morning light, I should say. Look at that color. It's so gorgeous. I love it. Then this is the split leaf philodendron. Let's just call it that. If you know, you know. But I love that plant. It's growing really well again in the window. A lot of new leaves. I love how it looks. It loves the sun. And then over here I have some of my small plants, some of my succulents right on that window ledge. So some different succulents. I really don't remember what these are all called right now, but I did unbox them a little bit ago. So if you want those names, you can check out the video and see where I got them. And then of course my string of pearls propagation, which they look so juicy and bouncy. So I love this little mini windowsill on my windowsill, so cute. And then I have this ruby necklace succulent, which is so red and pink. I wonder if I give it too much light because it used to have some green in it, or maybe this is the color that it's meant to be, but I love the purple. Then my philodendron Brazil. Look at those lime green leaves, so pretty. I love this plant. I have a little bumblebee in it, and it's really, really pretty. It's doing well. This again started from some cuttings that I got from a couple of different people. It's doing super well. I'm really happy with this plant. And that's pretty much my windowsill. I think I showed everything. As you can see, it's kind of crammed on there, and if I want to water them, I have to stand on my bed. I'm standing on my bed right now. On the side, this is my curly spider plant, the Bonnie, and one of my hand-painted face planters. So I got this from a Facebook plant group. Someone was giving away some propagations from their plant for free, so I picked that up. And over here I have the matching spider plant on the other light post, also in a hand-painted face planter, which you can't even really see the face anymore. Long hair, need a haircut. But this is that regular spider plant, which has grown like crazy. So those are the two twins. I was really excited to get spider plants. I wanted to have one of each on the lantern, so it's really cute. And that's my window. So this is really what I'm looking at every day before bed. When I wake up in the morning, it's so peaceful, it's so lovely. It's a lot of plants. I've pretty much packed as many plants as I can by this window and on top of the dresser and on this shelf over here. Moving to my living room, this is one of my arrowhead plants, syngoniums. It's doing all right. I don't give it a ton of light, but it looks cute here. And then on my coffee table in the living room, I've got this beautiful fern in this yellow pot. I really love this fern. It's growing so beautifully. I could look at this fern all day. And then on this side is where I keep my air plants. So I don't know, they're doing okay. Then I have my snake plant, which I just repotted into this bigger pot. I had 2 of them, and another fern plant. Gotta have our ferns. And then I have a little peperomia propagation in this elephant planter that is coming along nicely. So that's pretty much the coffee table right now. I rotate these plants a lot, but this is what it looks like now for you all. And then in front of the TV, I have the Tradescantia, which is looking a little crooked, but it's getting tall, really tall. Then my Syngonium podophyllum, here just the green arrowhead plant. And then on the window, I have the false Aurelia, which had some pests that I just was dealing with and scraping off. It had scale, but overall it looks pretty good. I love the look of the leaves. So this is a north-facing window that it's sitting in, so it gets indirect light all day long. And then up here is the Maranta. So pretty. I'm forgetting the exact variety of this one, but this is my prayer plant. Also looks like it was dealing with a pest. I lost a lot of leaves from spider mites, I believe, so hopefully those will go away. And then I have one of the begonia rexes back here and some propagations from some succulents in this little container. So I just kind of keep that on the windowsill. I can't really see those behind the couch, so I'll kind of rehab plants back there. And this is the wall with some of our decor, just so you get an eye full of that. And then this is another Syngonium. I don't know exactly what variety, but I got this in Florida, and I just love the stripes on the leaves, so pretty. Then the monstera, of course, really gorgeous with one of its new leaves, so glossy. I love this leaf. So that's the beautiful Monstera deliciosa, which I just keep on the couch on that futon. And then I have the, I don't remember what this is. Oh, the agave succulent and some propagations, and then this Christmas cactus, which could be doing better, could be doing worse. I also just kind of keep it there. Then my giant white bird of paradise. So this is one of them. It's doing okay. I'm really excited to get it into a new place and hopefully give it more light. I get these weird stripy things on the leaves. If anyone knows what this is caused by, please let me know. Then I have some ivy propagating in this pot here from some cuttings. And here is where I keep my golden pothos. I have it hooked up to the wall a little bit, kind of growing on these pins, so it's starting to get bigger by doing that, and I really like how it looks. Let me get that leaf, and yeah, I'm happy with it. I like how it looks trailing up the wall. It's allowed some of those leaves to get bigger on the end as they go towards the window, so this one has gotten super big. I feel like in the last plant tour I did, it was so itty bitty, so I'm really proud of this golden pothos. It's a plant that just keeps on giving, I swear. Then here I have some more ivy propagating. This is ivy from like outside that I pinched. I really liked it. And then this is the hot orchid succulent, also doing okay. Again, I don't give it a ton of light. This is a north facing window, but it's surviving, so good for it. Then I have some more philodendron micans. This was one that I was propagating directly in soil, so it's doing really well. You can see it's growing and starting to trail a lot of new growth. So I'm happy with how that's doing. My little llama, very cute. But yeah, that philodendron micans looking good. And this is where I now have the bird of paradise because it was just kind of in the way while we were starting to pack, so I just put this up on the window. It also was falling over all the time, and I was like, what is happening? You're just stretching for the light. So this is the one window. I think it's really pretty and really cute. This shelf here used to have a lot more plants, but I started to kind of consolidate pots there. But this is that wall. I've got some paintings too. Oh look, I forgot this was here. A little Tradescantia propagation as well. Some of my pots I need to pack. And then I just got this plant. This is a peperomia. I forgot the exact kind. I'll add the name if I have it. But I just got this in a plant trade. So I traded it for some philodendron micans cuttings, again through a Facebook group. And I just thought it was really pretty. Looked kind of like it was from an alien planet. So that's my newest plant. I really like it. I love the red. It's so pretty. This is such a cute peperomia. And then back here I have my ogre ear succulent, which is dying. I hacked it. I took a bunch of cuttings from it because I was afraid it was going to die from some sort of pest. So that's what I was propagating earlier. So that's pretty much the back corner of my living room. And then here by the futon, I have that yucca plant that I saved from downstairs in the trash that no one wanted. So I took that up here. Probably could be giving it more light because this bottom part is basically dead. I'm not happy with it. But overall, it's very nice for a free saved garbage plant. So that you can see is the futon with some of the plants around it, the coffee table, and then another couch. I used to have plants right by the TV on that PlayStation in front of my roommate's room, but we just kind of cleared some things. And here you can see the mess of the kitchen. Don't look at this, but we're starting to pack up a lot of the kitchen stuff and the living room stuff, so it's just a bunch of junk right now. Kind of a side table where I usually have plants as well, and then that table usually has plants. So I often am moving these plants around, so this is just what it looks like literally in this 1 second. This is what the plant tour is, but this stuff is always changing. Moving into my roommate's room, this is her bromeliad neoregalia that we got on the same day. So pretty. She has it here on the floor. This is her palm, her parlor palm, doing okay. And then this is the fern. I think it's the maidenhair fern. It's kind of struggling a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. And that is a hoya. She keeps basil growing here right by her window. It's so beautiful. It smells so good. And then of course this is the OG philodendron micans, heartleaf philodendron plant, looking very long. This is what I took the propagations from and the cuttings for all the other philodendron micans in the apartment. The mother plant, it's beautiful hanging here. I absolutely love it. It's got such gorgeous leaves. Probably needs some water right now. See, they're starting to curl a little bit, but this is such a gorgeous plant. I love how long it is. This is plant goals for real. Out here on the balcony, this is what I showed you all a couple weeks ago. I started to pack them up a little bit. They're going into trays now before the move. I love these plastic trays. That's going to really help transport to them. But this is my succulent garden, pepper plants growing here, the Tradescantia, the variegated one, the rose plant with a couple of roses that are starting to die a little bit. Then I have this basket plant, false bromeliad, with some purple, the avocado plant with so much new growth, it's loving the sun.
Then this is the cranberry hibiscus, which I hope maybe it will flower before I go, but who knows. It's grown a lot out here. Another purple heart, tradescantia, and the tea plant. And then this is just a bucket of random succulents before I move. It was really windy, so we put them in there. And this is my alocasia, which has definitely spider mites or some pests that I just cannot get them to die. It's absolutely destroying this plant and its leaves. They look so horrible. I'm really disappointed about it. I need help with that one. And again, this is my roommate's room. She's got that cute shelf and the hoya.
As you can see, I have a ton of plants. Let me know what your favorite plants are in my collection and if you love how I have them all arranged now, because guess what? It's changing. It's not going to be like this in the new apartment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on my entire houseplant collection during the move, to see how I pack them all up and transport them to the new apartment, as well as set them up in a new space. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post every Tuesday. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!